KcFromTheAve.
Good morning, good people. Another Saturday edition of the program.
March 20th.
March 20th, 2021. My birthday's coming up on the 29th, so
you getting old. You close to 30 now.
Yeah, last year my 20s, so you know, they always say, you know, once you hit 30, it's like it's downhill from there, but
now you're going up.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's what I be trying to tell everybody. Like I feel like once you hit 30, you're not even in your prime yet.
I thought the prime was like 28 around there. Yeah, I think yeah.
All right, let's elaborate on that.
Mentally?
What, like when we say prime,
is it physically, mentally? What are you talking?
See, that's the thing. I mean, it's different for everybody. Mm-hmm. I think for most people, you know, as far as, you know, figuring out life, you know, professionally, you know, with relationships or with any type of business adventures you have or just personal goals, I feel like you don't hit that peak of like being comfortable where you're at until like your mid 30s to even early 40s, honestly.
I say it depends on the person, you know, like like as what you were saying, like it's just like where you are at the time. For most people, I think they just believe, oh, when they felt the best, probably when they was getting the most attention. But it's really when I believe your brain is at the best mentally, your body, physically, everything. You know, all these events are in sync with one another. Like you're not just good in one area. I think your prime is this, like where your body has the best balance to you know, survive at the moment.
You know, I know for me personally, I'm not gonna reach my prime till like I'll say 38, 40. That's
You gonna look. You'll find out when you get there. You're gonna see what it's like. Is my problem?
For me, like, I'm talking about like it just being like as far as being satisfied with where I'm at in life.
Yeah.
Like, cause for me, like, you know, I'm always trying to climb and progress and just get better at something. I feel like, all right, I'm not gonna be at least content until I'm like 38 or 40.
That's fair. I mean, you really can't speak though. You don't know where you're gonna be. You know, like. But I say you gotta have a good like vision. That's what's gonna guide you and keep you the best. Like when you know where you want to go, even if you don't expect yourself to be the best at 30. Some people don't reach their best selves to like 60, 70.
And you know, and that's okay. You know, because even nowadays, like even 50 is not old.
Yeah, it's not old. And a lot of people consider it old, but
it's not.
It's not that old. You still like you can still do a lot of things. It's just on perspectives, how you look at the world, like what you've been doing while you've been in the world. Have you been staying healthy so you can survive longer? You know, have you been eating healthy, doing all this stuff? So
that is why I feel like you guys deserve to be on the come up. So congratulations.
Trophy presentation.
Look. Let's see what that looks like.
It's kind of heavy.
Yeah. It said Crown too. It's not Crown Royal.
It do say Crown.
I know you like that. I don't like Crown Royal. I'm a Remy man, bro. Oh, that's beautiful. I feel like a winner.
It's heavy.
That's beautiful. Yeah, show the camera. Show the camera. Put it on the camera. Right there. Let them see it. What'd that say? 2020 on the Come Up Award. Spade of Spades. Huh? It was good work, man.
What's up?
How y'all doing, fellas? All right. Hold it. I don't want to touch it. I'm Tom Brady. You know, I'm going to throw that thing, boy. You know, nah, it's beautiful, though. We work hard, you know. Yeah. We kind of visualize this, you know. All right, we had a vision. Just like exactly what we was talking about. We just wanted to deliver a message and everything. It's not for ourselves. Like, that award, it's not for us. Like, we didn't win it, honestly. The people that, like, whoever voted for us and, you know, supported us since we started. Like, it's just been a journey.
Yeah. I mean, always, you know, when we found out that we won, you know, the next following show, you know, I told everybody, like this is, I mean, this is our show, but, I mean, this award is for everyone that, you know, watches the program, supports us, you know, joins the conversations we have, you know, at this table. This is, you know, this is for the culture for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, regardless of what's going on, you know, we're going to keep having these difficult conversations, bringing it to the table, bringing it to the forefront, so that way we can find a way to, you know, move forward together.
Resolutions, you know, resolving things, raising awareness, you know, just educating each other, you know. That's all we need out in this world. Nothing more, nothing less.
All right, with that being said, we're going to welcome our guest to the program, Desmond. Come on, join the table.
Oh, this is Space here.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Oh, sorry, sit right here. Actually, I other get a cast member. Just have a seat over there.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How you doing?
What's good, man? How was the dry down?
Oh, pretty good, man.
Pretty good.
Yeah, man. Nice little drive. I like driving.
You
like driving.
Oh, you like driving too?
Yeah, I like driving. I'm a driver, man.
Yeah, man.
I like planning while I drive, at least daydream while I do that shit. I don't really like doing it for too long. I just go out and get in the zone, like, all right, let's go.
No, for real, because sometimes, man, like in the middle of the night, it sounds weird, but like sometimes, like when I can't sleep right, I get in my car and I'll just go on like on a little drive. Yeah,
it's relaxing. For
it's
you.
just relaxing.
That's your comfort zone.
Yeah, I like road trips, man. I like traveling, so that's dope.
I always told myself, like, you know, man, one day once I retire and I'm content with life, I might get my CDL, honestly, just because. I mean, I don't mind driving. It's cool.
I'd rather fly. I'm gonna get my pilot's license. That's how I'm gonna fly plane.
I want to fly.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, I got big dreams to fly. Because I was like, I don't know nobody that like from where I'm from. Like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna fly planes. Nah, I'm like that sounds pretty good too. And I feel like I could do anything in the world, so I'm gonna go for it.
Word. Why not?
That's true, man. I mean, you get to see all kinds of different places you ain't never seen before.
Facts.
Like traveling, like you say, like traveling. A lot of people don't get out and they experience the world. You learn so much when you just go to another state, another country. Just another like block probably. You get just everything is different everywhere, so you don't have to be stuck in your one environment. That's how you get one perspective on life, and you don't really get the full knowledge you need. You got to get out there and travel, see the world.
It definitely broadens your horizons, like makes you see that a lot of things are like possible. So I like traveling, man.
You don't really get to see that back home, especially if everybody doing the same thing. Like you don't know what's possible because everybody say, "Well, we all here together," so it ain't really, nothing too much possible.
Yeah. All right, so real quick before we jump into Daz's background and whatnot, the shootings down in Atlanta against the Asian Americans, this is just another instance of, and we get wrapped up in everything that happens against us in our own community, but there's still an issue that we have, even with, in this country with, Asians, being discriminated against just as much as we are.
Everybody, honestly. There's no cut card.
Anyone who's a minority.
Everybody. Even white people get discriminated on, but, it's just that, like, being that it happened to us so long, we don't feel no cut cards for them. Like, y'all, we play the blame game, and I don't like pointing fingers, but we like, y'all started this shit. So, us, we strong-minded. We like, nah, we going to keep going with this battle. Y'all want to start? All right,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I know what I will say, and I know some people might not agree with this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Watch how quick DC moves with legislation that benefits them. That protects them. I mean, rightfully so.
Well,
right?
You want to know why, though?
Rightfully
you already
so.
know. I think you know why. You know why they support them heavily. It's just business marketing, Where you got a lot of foreigners come in this country and start business faster than people that live here.
That's facts.
Yeah, they're able to get small business loans like with the snap of a finger. And meanwhile, most of our own people, we can't even walk in the bank and say, "Hey, I want to get a small business loan for this," without getting denied with no really real reason.
You feel like you never had a chance to even get accepted,
or they having the knowledge, because they don't have really a lot of anything else over there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they get the knowledge from whoever came over here previously, so they know how to get a loan, you know what I'm saying? We don't
share that with each other. We withhold that, that's one of our flaws. We feel like we got to withhold information from one another.
Yeah, and we've talked about this on the program before. As a community, we don't spread the knowledge. We don't spread the wealth. It's all about, hey, I got this very innovative idea, or I got this, initiative that I want to push forward that I created. But when you die off one day, I mean, you got to be able to pass that knowledge down to someone.
Yeah, you gonna let it die with you?
That's how I let that die with you. Yeah.
I'm like, you gonna let it die with you? You gonna put all your gold in a tombstone or whatever, a pyramid with you? Like, you're not gonna be able to do that. You really that narcissistic, or like it's all about you, where you need everything with you. That stuff you cannot do nothing with in the afterlife. So it's like, I might as well. I feel like this knowledge that I have, I want to give it to someone before I die. Like, I feel like, if I don't get to use it, someone else can.
and I told myself, when I have my own kids, as soon as they're born, I'm opening up a bank account for them.
Yeah.
As soon as they're born, I'm opening up an account. I'm dropping money in there.
Yeah.
They're not even going to know about it until they're 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my parents, they opened an account for me and my sister like when we was in like the 5th or 6th grade. But, me, I'm going to do it as soon as my child's born and just drop money in there.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Or a business. Why not?
That.
You can about with an LLC. I got a daughter, so when she start getting to school, I'm having some candy, you know, I got
Yeah.
her own little LLC thingy.
Little lemonade
You
stand.
know what I mean? Put it in the bank for her, you know what I'm saying? I think that's another cool way to do it too.
Yeah.
Teach your kids how to be self-efficient.
Yeah.
I think a lot of our generation didn't grow up to be like self-efficient early. So I believe that if we start with the next generation on that, they'll be good. Because I see a lot of people who's not efficient in their life, and that due to, you know what I'm saying, not having that in the past. And I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? I had to, you know what I'm saying, deal with my issues because I'm not used to being self-efficient, doing stuff on my own. When I went down to college, it was this total culture shock. Like, mama not here to do this. Mama not here to
That
wake
school
you up
experience.
You know what I'm saying? To tell you, you got to do this. You got to do all this by yourself, and you in Alabama, you don't know nobody.
Oh yeah.
So you got, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't used to doing stuff on my own. So I went down and I was just like,
It's
you know
a
what I'm
culture
saying?
shock, yeah.
And you still gotta be careful then.
Exactly.
Yeah, I already know. I've been down in Alabama, Prattsville, Montgomery. I already know what it's like down there.
Yeah. So, I think that's a, you know what I'm saying, a smart way to go, to teach them early to be more self-efficient. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you know, we've talked about this before, too, as far as, you know, households are being divided sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, when you have that dynamic, you know, trying to teach your kids to be self-sufficient and be independent, it can be difficult just on one parent. You know, because you're trying to raise your kids to be good people in this world, but at the same time, you don't have that other half to help you
On the other side.
on the other side from a woman's perspective or even a man's perspective as well. So when you have just a single father or a single mother raising, you know, kids by themselves, I mean, you can only do but so much to provide them with that information that's going to teach them, all right, this is how you become a good man in this world. This is how you become a good woman in this world. It's tough. You know, and sometimes like a lot of, you know, not just us, you know, in the community, but just like, you know, young kids in general, you know, if they grow up in an environment like that, you know, they can tend to seek, you know, attention that they're really not getting at home from other places like school or the streets or wherever they can get it, basically.
No, you're right though. Like you were saying, teach them how to be a good man, a good young lady, or a good businessman, or, you know, a good person with morals. There's a lot of people with no morals out here just because, you know, we teaching the wrong thing. We got people that aren't family out there in the streets, like promoting terrible messages to people they act like they love. They say, oh, nah, yeah, I love you, but I'm going to teach you this, little homie, and, you know, fuck your life up, you know, and give you something that I wouldn't probably give my child, but being that you're not my child, it's all right. And I know I can make money off this, make money off of you working for me or doing something. That's messed up. Like, yeah.
And it's like, it's not, like, villages is not raising kids nowadays. Not as like it was back in the day. I'm out back in the day that your mama had one of the neighbors that she was real close with, and she saw you doing something, and she pulled you to the side like, "What you doing? You know you're not. I know your mama taught you better than that. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of that nowadays. I'm starting to look at that because there's a lot of young parents, and then when it comes to that, what you gonna tell me how to raise my child for? You know, it's a lot of that, and I've seen that a lot. But it takes a village. Sometimes you can learn a little something from the neighbor, from that long distance cousin. You know what I'm saying? An auntie, a certain, you know, teacher at a school. You know what I'm saying? You learn different stuff from different people.
Right.
It takes a village. Sometimes you need to let people, you know what I'm saying, teach your child stuff. That's what comes the problem, especially when you a single parent. So I think we lost track of it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? Still, that's your child. You know what I'm saying? You don't want certain people to do, you know, tell you about certain stuff. But good advice, everybody always need good advice. And sometimes you either not aware of the advice that they need, or you just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And that person sees it and tells it to them, and they give them good advice. So we need to get more of that. Like, it takes a village. you know what I'm saying, to raise a child.
That's true. That's true.
I agree. I believe. I think just nowadays, most people it's two things. Like most people aren't humble enough, open or whatever, and then it's like, what I was about to say, they're not humble enough, and they too basically insecure, like about themselves. They don't really want to allow someone else because they gonna. It's basically showing, oh, I didn't know this, but you knew this. So who do you think you are? You think you better than me because you know those. Everybody gonna know something you don't know. Who gives a, like people are so weird with that.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna know something I don't know, and I'm gonna know something you don't know. You gonna know something I'm gonna know. We all in different areas.
Facts.
We all do different things. There's no reason why you gotta feel intimidated about someone
Facts.
knowing just teaching you something.
And we
Humble
supposed to
yourself.
learn.
I love to learn from everyone.
Yeah.
You gotta learn.
Every
You gotta-
day.
trying to tell
You
you.
can be 70, 75. You're supposed to still learn.
Yeah.
Facts.
Man, like you
Facts.
can never gain, like stop gaining wisdom. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and accept wisdom from unreliable places.
Exactly.
Because sometimes that white on the corner just spoke the gospel. You know what I'm saying?
I be listening to little crazy dudes on the corner
know,
of
some-
DC.
you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
for real. I be listening
I'm
to the
just saying,
words.
I
dog.
learned some real
Just in
good
case
life
they,
lessons
Yeah, no, facts.
from winos.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying,
they gonna tell you the real. They gonna tell you real because there's no cut cards. It's like, look, I don't know you, you don't know me. Like, shit, you see where I'm at in life. I'm at my
just
lowest
the
point.
universe.
I ain't got nothing about to tell you.
But you know what though, man? Like it takes a different kind of person that has their own shit going on, been through the ringer, right? And to see like like young brothers like ourselves, right? Passing that wisdom down, that knowledge down. Like, hey, look, this is what I went through at your age. This is why I was in that position. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Yeah.
Like to me, like that's a real OG to me.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
know what you're
saying?
talking
That's
about. I
a
just
real
seen plenty
OG,
of
like
it.
passing
passing that,
this
you know what I'm
knowledge
saying?
down to you so you don't make the same mistakes they did. That's an OG in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and it'd be so weird because you see people doing it, then you start to doing it, and then they like, what they calling you old. You're like, wait a minute, I'm 28. Like,
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just, passing out information.
We
but
feel younger. We
Yeah,
do
you know
still
what I'm
feel
saying?
young.
I'm like, I'm OG. Like,
Facts.
all right. But you know what I'm saying? But when you do that, that's how people look at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them like that. You know what I'm saying? You passing on wisdom. You know stuff that I ain't never even been through. Because I was talking to one of my mans about, not being vain when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, searching for that one. Because everybody want the baddest girl, but sometimes the baddest girl is not gonna be the one for you.
You don't know how to handle that
You know what I'm saying?
sometimes.
Sometimes-
You gotta know if your energy right.
Yeah. it's-
Hey, look, I don't want
sometimes it's I ain't gonna say she ugly, but I'm saying she not the baddest one, but she good for you.
For your soul.
She good for you, and she gonna be there for you.
She
And I had
gonna
to tell
take
him
care
that.
of
He was
you.
like, dang, I was like, you gotta think about that. Like, you young, you still, do your thing. But when it comes to that one, don't let an opportunity pass you because you want to be vain. And that happened to me. I left somebody that was better for me, for somebody that looked better to me. So learn from that. Learn from my mistakes. You don't gotta go through that.
Yeah, that goes back to the
know what I'm
kinda
saying?
like the village you was talking
Yeah.
about, because I got little homies right now calling me coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no matter what you tell them about. So you talking to them about not being vain. You know what I'm saying? Just the smallest bit of information that I got from like uncles, older people around my neighborhood, drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? Help me like guide through my environment. So it's like it could be the smallest bit of information. You know what I'm saying? If it helps, it helps. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think that's a good thing.
And I take something from everybody.
Yeah.
I don't
think
care
you
who you
should.
are.
Yeah.
The good, bad, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just, I interpret it, I decipher it, how, I see fit for myself and what I got going on, and I think sometimes we also too kind of like pick and choose who we take information from, and rightfully so. But
no, you deserve that because like I feel like you don't want some like information you don't need in your head, like just sitting around in there. I really block that stuff. I don't want to waste space in my head, bro. Like I really think about that. I'm like, I'm not about to listen to this shit. I don't need it. I'm never gonna like shut the fuck up. I don't even want to talk about it. Like for real, bro. You gonna all right? Like you keep letting everything in your head and just watch.
That's what I was saying, like good advice from you know what I'm saying, that from places when you wouldn't think. Cause some reason they give you advice from people that you're not supposed to get advice, and they give you advice that you like, okay, that's why I'm not supposed to be talking to you, because you give me that dumbass advice.
But
But
especially someone with no experience in that situation that you come in about. Like you never even date. Like, I don't see you with no women. I'm gonna ask you about a woman. You don't even have one. You single.
Crazy thing is, somebody else might have told him the same thing, but it got to come from, like, just how you were saying, like, from your parents. So, like, your mom can only teach you, but so it's kind of like your homeboys too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, your mom might have told you that all the time, but then it takes your homeboy or the neighborhood person to be like, say the same thing. Like, my mom was just telling me that.
Yeah, or vice versa. Like, my mom was, just telling me about certain ways I can go about doing my videos, and then I was like, okay. But then my homeboy told me, and it hit a lot harder. And I was like, damn, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking my mom just nagging me, you know what I'm saying? My brother was like, nah, bro, you're like, you need to do this and stop playing and do it this way instead of waiting and trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, son, that job hit different. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. Or vice versa. Your homeboy might tell you something like how you carrying a girl, but if your mama say it, you're like, whoa.
Mama,
like,
mama watching you, how you treat
like,
women.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the same advice hit different with certain people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That just
I'm hard headed, so I know about that firsthand. So.
And that comes from being a little hard headed too.
Definitely.
I know exactly what y'all talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And somebody else say, you're like, whoa.
You're like, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotta be accepting.
No, that's facts.
I had my niece, like, it was like some years ago. Like, it was like this old video my sister recorded my niece, and she's like, yeah, Casey, he always, every time I see him, he with another girl and another girl and another. But that's my niece, bro. No, it hurt me though. It hurt. Like, a little girl saying, like, that's how I am. She's saying that this is her uncle. This is this world. I'm like, dang. This is the image I'm putting on. She knows. She reading it. I'm like, dang. I'm just like in shock and hurt. And for years that it ran through my head. I'm like, dang. She look at me like, I'm just dog. I'm like, that. I got to do better. Set a better example.
See, and that's a prime example of how much kids pay attention to
Kids make you
everything
look in
you
the
do.
mirror, boy.
Everything you do. And that's why it's crucial that if some kids don't have both parents in the household, okay, find a role model, right? Whether it's a coach, a teacher, like a guidance counselor, another family member like an uncle, or find someone who you can lean on and get good information from. But it's tough because as a kid, you don't know how to seek out that information. You're still trying to process who you are.
Who you trust, who to ask, who gonna really give you a real answer, because you see everybody give different answers out here. Everybody gonna give you something different.
That's why we need to protect the special ones that go outside their way, because they got their love and they want to see the new generation grow up and be successful. Shout out to people like Coach Hung. Shout out to this one of my YMCA counselors, Mr. Ed. People like him, Waverly Carter, that used to work at Duval. People like them that take their time to really, show love, and they don't have to do that and give you certain advice. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way. Like them three brothers really helped me out when I was going through the roughest part of my life when my dad passed away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for them to do what they had to do, they did. I really appreciate them. And when I seen them before Coach Young died, and them, I always told them that I appreciate them really, from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because from certain stuff, I don't know where I would have been at.
Yeah, no, that's
you know what I'm saying?
facts.
Because I had so much anger in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost my pops.
Right.
Then it's like certain people that that do that and gave you advice and pull you to the side. Don't go down this way. I know you hurting, but it's a different way to go about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that do to help a life or save a life.
Yeah.
You feel me? You don't know what a person going through. You don't.
Yeah, man.
And then you extend that arm to them, and that helped them out, and you don't know what that do to that person.
Facts.
Real.
Like, I'm the only child, so I was single parent. My mom, living with her, and so, growing up, Baltimore City, you know what I'm saying, in the hood, you see what you see. You know what I'm saying? You see what you see and all that. So it's definitely hard to navigate. And I think, you know, you and yourself kind of picks your own intuitive kind of ways to see who you're going to take up. You know good advice kind of when you hear it, you know what I'm saying? So I had older guys, coaches, and things of that nature when I was playing basketball in middle school, and older guys in the neighborhood, even older friends that been through it. Like they ain't had no mom. They living with grandma, and they older brother might have got killed. You know what I'm saying? So they can tell you how to maneuver, you know, better than you know what you can. You know what I mean? So that's true, man. Like it's crazy out here. Just being a single, you know, not single, but just being the only child, you really like gotta take time for yourself. You know what I mean? And I feel like you can kind of see and navigate through the I want to say the bull. You know what I'm saying? Life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard.
No, it's hard for everybody out there. Yeah, especially like if you're on your own and gotta learn things on your own. I know it's like I'm kind of similar. I had older sisters, but I was the youngest. Like I'm the only dude, only boy. So you know, like and like I protect my sisters. No, I was the youngest, but my heart. I dare you put your hands on my sister. I didn't care. I fight any one of their boyfriends if they touch me. I didn't care. On God, I didn't care how old I was.
Everything I love
and learning that other side.
That just goes with the sister, aunties, and all that.
All the women, all of them.
Facts. Facts.
Crazy. I was raised by my mom and my grandmother. You feel me? So it's crazy because I always wanted to seek my father's side, like to see, because my mom was, you act just like your father. You know what I'm saying? So you like really, and you know, getting older, I wanted to be able to sit down and learn this other side of me that she keep telling me that I'm about, you know, that I'm about, or I am. So you know, I got a chance to talk to my dad, and you know, he on some bull. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to see that. You know, a certain side of you can be in another person. You know what I mean? And you be like, I don't like that side. I don't want to be like that. You know?
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Like when you grow up, we was talking about this in another podcast about learning your past.
Yeah.
So like you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I talked about my grandfather, but with my father, I realized, you know, start learning more about him. I'm like, bruh, like you starting to think like. That's why I think like this. That's why I have the certain relationship with women. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad kind of had the same relationship. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm kind of going through the same thing that my dad going through, but didn't know that he was going through that until now. Right. Now I know how to better handle the situation. See how he handled the situation, and now, you know,
adjust from there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my dad, we got way more in common than I ever thought. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like wow. And now you can maneuver because you can go back on what he did to go through that, and you can try to, you know what I'm saying,
catch where he mess up, you know, catch that like error that it's always like one little spot. For real, most of the time, I think it's like communication every time. Yeah. But it's like one little spot where you just let go, you know, sweep on the rug and go unknown. The next thing you know, you just going downhill. You know, you can't change nothing. Like, your life is just stuck. You in a moment where you don't even know where you are. You're not paying attention, trying to look in and try to notice what's going on or nothing. You just stuck in like a zone, like the outer limits.
So Dodge, you kind of, you know, touched on your background, you know, where you come from and all that. So what with all that being said, like what made you want to jump into the music thing?
You know, just you know, being the only child, like I just started picking up on like different things. So being in music class, you know, they teaching us about different ways like of verses and, you know, different melodies, how to make beats, and then song structure. Learning things like that in English, learning poetry, you know, learning about haikus and all that, the different things that they do and all that. So just being able, you know, learning these things in school and then going home and just being like, oh, all right. So writing poetry at first, you know, and then, you know, it was a class assignment. So then doing it and everybody like, oh my God, you're so good. And you're like, oh, okay. So, you know.
You're like, yeah, I didn't think I was that good, but thanks for that. You're like, oh, me? I'm a little nervous, but I.
You know what I'm saying? So just going through that and learning that, people telling me that I was good at that, and then letting that be my therapy. Because, like I said, I'm the only child. I don't really express my feelings at all. You know what I'm saying? So that was one outlet that I could really start like putting down my thoughts, other than a journal. You know what I mean? And then it just transitioned into to music. Just seeing my homeboys just rapping and stuff like that. It was just a way to get, especially out in the hood, a way to get out for a minute. You know what I mean? And just be with your homeboys and let loose, man. Be free.
Yeah. So what do you think of the and we've talked about this as well. Like, we have so much talent in the area, right? And a lot of my family is from DC, but I have a lot of family that's from Baltimore as well. And sometimes, we often kind of forget about Baltimore and make it seem like Baltimore is just a whole nother country. It's on a whole nother side of the world.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Baltimore state.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Yeah.
Baltimore is the American version of the Vatican. Its own country with its own laws, its own societal matters.
Everything.
Its own ideas.
Crazy. And
Look it up. The Vatican has representation and its own representation
Facts.
because they're totally different than everything that's in Rome.
Yeah.
No, facts. It is its own little.
Yeah, I compared when people talk like outsiders ask me about Baltimore, I'm like, it's just like Atlanta. It's like you go to Atlanta, then you go to Georgia. Like, people don't say when they go to Atlanta, they going to Georgia.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to Atlanta. Then if you're going to Marietta or Columbus, you're going to Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You going to Baltimore, then you going to Maryland, you going to either Bowie or you going to Laurel. But if you're going to Baltimore, you're going to Baltimore. You're not going to Maryland, you're going to Baltimore.
You're right.
Or Baltimore, my bad. On Avenue. All right, go back. Go back to
Over east.
Crazy.
Nah, it's lit though. A lot of this, Maryland period though, like it's really a lot of talent and everything. Like Baltimore, DC, because everywhere is really similar. Everything is the same thing, same little cycles of people caught up in their community and thinking it's just about them and nothing more to this world. Everywhere, Atlanta, Baltimore, DC, wherever, Chicago, Detroit, where all these places, like it's all the same. Cali, like. It's just the same cycle, and we just fall to it, like because but that's why certain people, like especially like ones who've been alone all their life, they can go to any environment. They like, oh yeah, it is really the same. Now I know how to move here because it's kind of similar. Just don't talk to certain people, don't ask for certain stuff, mind your business, don't give that eye contact because I know I've been here before, basically in my head.
Exactly. You getting to know different people from the country make you break down stereotypes. Because you know what I'm saying, like you see this real cool hood dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's good, Slim? You get to talking to him. Where you from? Connecticut. You from where?
Shit, it's a hood.
You this hood? You from where? You know what I'm saying? Like you see different people from different parts of the country, and it's not like how you would thought they'd be from coming from here. Like I know some real cool, down to earth people from Oregon. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know Milwaukee was real hood. Got GDs and all that. Like, I did not know that.
They be making
You know
plays.
what I'm saying? Did not know that. You know what I'm saying? So it make you tear down stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? Not judging people for where they came from and all that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? So going to college and getting to know different people, you just like, I'm just going to just judge you from who you are.
Yeah.
Now, if you from Texas, or you from Maine, or you from the Virgin Islands, or you from England, I'm gonna judge you by your merit, who you are. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna judge you by that. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody got their own kind of stereotypical way they look at things, and we just gotta break that down.
It's tough, man, because before even growing up. As a kid, all you know is where you're from, and when I, left for the military and I got to meet all these different people from all walks of life, I was like, man, like this there's so much more to the world than just PG County, Maryland.
Especially, I say if your perspective was, say like this, think as a young kid that's just shouting their hood all the time. Like, yeah, I'm from such and such. I'm from here. I'm from here.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go somewhere else, you like, don't nobody give a fuck about where you from now because you by yourself, boy. Don't nobody care about that. Yeah, you by yourself. You from there, but where your people at, they ain't with you. You by yourself, so you better.
You forced to be humble. And,
you know what? It's and I've had this conversation before with different people. It's okay to be proud where you from.
Yeah.
But what you also have to do after a while too is you gotta learn how to kind of like let that go in a sense, but still try to uplift.
Hold it as motivation, but
don't
use
try to
it as
uplift.
like, yo, I'm more powerful because everybody came from a struggle, bro. Everybody got a struggle. No matter if they was rich, they got a struggle. Like their parents didn't give them no attention. They probably hurt inside.
Yeah.
You know,
Like when I went down there, it was like, where you from? The city. Oh, you from Chicago? What? Excuse me? I'm from the city, DC, the city. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
City.
But where people come from, that's their city. You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
got.
When I say that, it'd be different things. Oh, Detroit? Oh, you talking about Chicago? I'm like, what are y'all talking about? No, I'm
Nah, I
not
said
talking
the
about none of
city,
that.
Slim.
Like,
Look, you
what?
gotta say Slim after that.
You know what I'm saying? But
Slim.
that's where they come from. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just learning how to, you know what I'm saying, maneuver with just different walks of life is just a wonderful thing. When you can realize that somebody can be the from the most hoodest part of wherever city they from, and they're the nicest human being ever.
Oh, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you.
And the person that was born with a silver spoon in their mouth will slap fire out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter where you from, how you built. You your own person.
Yeah.
Don't judge a person just because they grew up a certain type of way. I realized that.
Yeah.
And you think you went through some shit, and then you hear somebody else's story.
right?
You like, I have no excuses
At all.
at all. Like I have no excuses. You've been through that, and you got straight A's in college and all that. And you got scholarships and all that, and you went through that.
Show me it's possible. Like, anything.
I shouldn't
commend
be
you.
even,
Like,
I
oh,
shouldn't
bruh.
even be
Let me get myself
mad
together.
or none of that.
You know, and it's
Some people make you look. They make you look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy. It's crazy you bringing that up because we complain about so much shit what we don't have.
Yeah.
You know, just dumb stupid shit on a daily basis. We complain about that. You know, when we look over at the next block, there's someone
Way worse. Like,
going through way worse, sleeping in their car, homeless. Don't got no food, clean water, just simple basic shit
That we
that
take
we
for
all need, that we
granted.
take for granted. A lot of people out here don't have that.
True.
But we complaining about, oh well, shit, you. and we had this
My T-Mobile bill.
conversation, like we, complaining about, and I seen this meme on Facebook. I hate shit like this, but basically it was saying, it asked the question, is like $20 enough to take a woman out on a date? Who the fuck cares? Who cares?
No, we can finesse this.
Who cares?
We gonna hit the zoo.
Like-
We ain't gonna spend nothing. Nah.
Who cares how much money is required? I don't care about that.
And we're gonna invest that money. We're gonna save that to we're not gonna spend it. We're gonna go to the zoo.
You can't put no dollar amount of spending time with someone you want to vibe with.
It's an
some of the
event.
funnest dates I've ever been on was free.
Facts.
I'm telling you,
Facts.
For real.
Facts.
For real.
like something basic, like making your own little stash of food and having like a little picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something simple as that.
Going to the park, sitting on a picnic table, cooling out on a nice day. Swing.
Facts.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? A couple of J's of the devil letters. You feel me? Sound real good to me.
The double This man.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So I'm pretty sure y'all have heard what's going on with Deshaun Watson, right?
Deshaun Watson?
Accusations.
With the accusations from, I guess, like 9 different women.
In the midst of him requesting a trade or something.
Let me tell you something.
Or something like
Before I go into that, all I'm going to say is this should be, you know what I'm saying, like sexual assault, misconduct, you know what I'm saying, that should be treated with the utmost respect.
Yes.
With females out here that has a legitimate, you know, a legitimate issue and it needs to be addressed, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool if it's legitimate. But it seems really crazy that the fact that when this man wanted to leave an organization
Yep.
that has a lot of racist comments in their past and their ownership, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, all these women all at once coming out with the same thing seems really uniform. But the same thing as far as the massage and all that, and getting to find out that the person that's representing them is best friends with the owner.
I feel,
You put two.
I was like, dang, man.
You put two
gotta
and two
drop it like
together.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. So, as a kid, right? You went to go sneak and get some cookies, right?
Yeah.
You was the only person out in the front room. It's cookies missing. It is crumbs where you were sitting at. Now it's crumbs on your shirt. And you trying to tell me you didn't eat no cookies?
Crumbs on your mouth.
It is crumbs on that owner's shirt from that bull jive. You trying to tell me you ain't had nothing to do with that? Nothing. Y'all go. I'm done. Go, y'all go.
I mean,
Y'all go.
You know, it's like a split image of the Bill Cosby stuff. You know, this man was trying to buy NBC, right? And all of a sudden, all these women come out with these allegations. Now, if it's true,
Yeah,
like
if it's true, that man deserve all that bull job. And
Right.
I'm upset. I'm upset
Right.
at you if it's true. I'm really mad. I'll be really pissed off if they end up finding out.
especially if you're trying to defend
You know
them,
what
you're
I'm
like, dang, you.
Yeah, and then it end up being true.
Really did that.
Right.
Because when people, you know, when they compare, people was comparing to Bill Cosby. They was like, Deshaun Watson so squeaky clean. They was like, Bill Cosby was squeaky clean. Let me tell you something about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was. They've been telling about this about Bill Cosby for decades. Decades. This man built homes for the homeless. He had a whole organization with his mother, starting when he was young, coming from Clemson, all that. Everybody had nothing bad to say about Deshaun. Nothing. Squeaky King image. Now all of a sudden, 9 females at once. You did something to me.
Right.
And the lawyer, the best friend with the. Come on now.
You know, and
Come on now.
I hate to make this a race thing, but you know,
It is, though.
it is. You know, I don't care. It is. You know what I'm saying? Because you had all these other players in the league. You know, what's his name? Riley Cooper. Who else? A lineman with the Seahawks. I mean, they released him now, but I think
Richie Incognito, even though he changed his ways,
Right.
he still was on that bull jive. Mike Perry in the UFC, Colby Covington, and what really pisses me off about Colby Covington is he's one of those people that he was about to get cut from the UFC, so he turned it to a heel. And you know what I'm saying? And so he can gain more popularity. My thing is that cool, but why do you have to be racist with it though? Why that character has to be racist? When you got to put on a Magna hat and then bring the belt to Donald Trump, and then you calling the Brazilian people monkeys. You call Tyron Woodley a monkey, and everybody say he's a real good guy outside of all that. But why you got to be so racist with that though? Why did your character have to be racist? You can be a dick. You can still wear them cheap suits and all that. But why do you have to be racist with it though?
that's how he is.
To be able to push your career though. And then the people to be fine with it, like people that I respect, Joe Rogan, Ben Schaub, I respect y'all. Y'all say that's not really him, he's a good guy. But still though, he out here calling people monkeys. That's why it was bad that Kamaru Usman beat his ass with that straight right. Nigerian nightmare.
doing my damn self.
Nigerian nightmare. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
people
I do
like
my
that
damn
shit really
self.
pisses me off, man. And then Rice, he don't really go into that when they be saying like don't really punish him for it, and he supported Trump too. So that shit really pisses me off that like racism is not really like what's the word? Reprimanded in the UFC like it's supposed to. Like any other NFL, NBA, what Miles Leonard just said, you know what I'm saying? Gee, he got definitely suspended. Like that. I wish the UFC did more with that. Because that man should not be calling people monkeys. And right after that, fight for a championship. That's ridiculous.
They wouldn't allow black men to do that, to be honest. If
Hell
he
no.
was real arrogant
We
and
was out here
calling people
honkies
on
and shit like that. They been people
I'm
monkey
gonna be honest,
mind,
it
bruh.
wouldn't happen that easy. They ain't gonna let a black man talk his stuff and
Exactly.
win. Hey, black men, we can't be arrogant and win unless unless we got our people behind us. That's it.
See what Miles Leonard said when he said that stuff about the Jewish people? I haven't heard that since like an old war movie. And then he talking about he ain't know what the word meant. That's such an obscure word to say, and you didn't know what it meant.
It's playing dumb, so you not get in trouble.
That's nigga to Jewish people.
Right.
You hear that in war movies and documentaries. You don't hear people just say that. Come on now.
Nah. It ain't common at all, man.
Yeah, good. Oh, nigga,
Oh.
go ahead. Nah, yeah.
So, I don't ultimately I don't know where this is gonna go.
Well, it's starting to
for
level
Deshaun.
It's 3 so far. And the dude said he has 9 women. So I guess it's 6 more supposed to come. And Deshaun said he gonna defend it. He said he ain't do it. And he got like the top of the top lawyer from Houston to deal with it. So hopefully that man be able to prove his name, but you can never ever get that squeaky clean image back. Because no matter if you end up,
Because they're gonna be watching and waiting for him to mess up. They're gonna wait for him to mess up.
Be a lot of people be like, but you know what I'm saying? There was a conversation, so he probably just got away with it. You know the system and all that. So I really just feel bad for that man because they disrespected that man.
His
He
name.
asked him to go, and now you want to ruin that man's life.
Yeah.
That shit is terrible.
And it's clear as day it's race. Because they let JJ Watt walk. They mutually agreed to part ways. They mutually agreed. All right.
Don't let the inmates run the asylum.
I got a question.
The prison. That's what he said.
The prison, yeah.
Don't let the inmates run the prison. That's exactly what the owner father said. I know he dead and all that, but that's his son. You don't think they think the same?
Big talk.
Get out of here, man.
Why y'all think they didn't make racism a mental disorder yet? They can clear everything else as mental disorders. Why is racism not a mental disorder?
Man.
Yeah, it's
That's what I'm
learned.
saying.
But after a while, we learn now almost everything for real. Like we have stuff that's hereditary, but then due to our environment, a lot of things get opened up basically because they're suppressed. They become more like open and able to activate. And with that being said, like that hatred actually, I feel like it does something to the brain. It changes the brain and destroys the brain where they can never, like some people can with a mental capacity to do it, but most people can't. I don't believe so. Like that hatred is like, it took their bus. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I believe racism should be a mental disorder.
Any closing remarks?
Okay,
Guys, go ahead.
okay.
Life at the Paradise, aonrecords.com, AYON records.com. Life at the Paradise.
All right, and where can the people follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram, _Diceman, DISEMAN. Twitter, _Diceman, DISEMAN. Or you can just hit me up, aonrecords.com, AYON records.com.
Follow my man.
Yeah.
Damn, demand that.
All right, good people. Thank you for tuning into the show. We got our trophy finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't get to hold it. Let my man hold it. Let him hold it.
Let me
him
say
tell it.
that thing. Boys have it.
All right. Appreciate y'all for
That's
tuning
dope.
into the show. This is Spades Podcast. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. We out. Y'all be safe. Get y'all vaccinations.
Oh God.
We out. Peace.
You're scary ass.